Shanti sister, are you sharing certain other videos? Because, or you'll be sharing directly?
So the videos that we used last time, they are sufficient. I'll let you know when we need to use them.
All right.
Let me know when we need to start. Yet.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
start at 4 o'clock. So Swapna one will post the meeting.
We sent the reminder to last time participants.
Yes, yes. I think who have got spoken to, I think all of them, as our sister Swapna Ben and our Smita Ben, they have spoken to each of these participant. They
Okay.
called them today morning.
Shanti. Om Shanti. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the participants who joined across the globe. Today we are having very beautiful session. Our webinar topic is self-transformation through meditation. We are having today part 2 session. In our part 1 session, we already discussed and experienced the power to withdraw and power to pick up. So in today's sessions, we'll explore 2 more powers. And this IT webinar is organized by IT Winger Brahma Kumaris. So for the new participants, let me introduce quickly about Brahma Kumaris. Prajapita Brahma Kumari, Godly University, established on 1936, and it provides godly service in different field of the society. So we have total 20 different wings, like medical wings, education wing, IT wing, women wings, like more. So from IT wings of Brahma Kumaris, we have done many online and offline session from many organizations like TCS, Wipro, Infosys, Microsoft, many more. And thousands of participants from IT professionals, they have got benefited from these sessions. So to know more about Brahma Kumaris, you can explore our website, brahmakumaris.org or bkitwing.org. So to continue today's sessions, we are having our speaker, Sister Archana. She is associated with Brahma Kumaris from last 19 years. She is BE, MBA from Self-Management and Crisis Management, PG Diploma, Counseling and Spiritual Healing. She worked in many companies like TCS or Infosys. She has 25 plus of experience in the IT sectors. And associated with Brahma Kumari, she has given many talks on time management, self-improvement session, and many more. So today's sessions also we'll learn many tips and techniques of Raj Yoga meditation, and we'll explore 2 more powers. So now I would request Sister Archana to continue these sessions. Over to you, sister. Thank you.
Thank you, Om Shanti. Can we see everybody on the video? Because it's a small...
we would like to see the smiling face of all our participants. So I would request everyone to switch on the video.
Yeah, let's do 3 minutes of recatch up of who all were there in the last session and who all have come for the first time. Yeah, I see someone, Giljane. I would like to know your introduction, where you've logged in from, and is this your first time to a Brahma Kumari session or have you joined before? Can I request you to unmute, please?
Yeah, we can unmute her.
Okay.
Yeah, sister.
Okay. I am from Turkey, Ankara, and I got lots of seminars from United Kingdom to India, and I am taking some courses.
Have you ever heard?
Sorry?
I think there was some delay. I'm listening to you.
Okay. As you know, only one center in Turkey, in Istanbul. Maybe you know Yogesh Sharda. This is our director. What can I say? I don't know. And I am very, very happy being with you. Okay, you and the others sessions. So that thank you again, and maybe I can talk later. Okay?
Nice to know
Thank
you, and my regards to Brother Yogesh also.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so can I see everybody else on the video, please, who have joined the last time? Were you there last time, sister? Someone who has come in for the first, for the session 1, I would like to know if you have any background, did you attend it on YouTube, so that, we can catch on a note whether directly we jump into the session 2 or we do some exercise so that at least you're not feeling out of place through the session.
Brother Pitabas, like we need to unmute everyone, or they need to raise hand?
Allow everybody to unmute so they can unmute themselves when they want to.
Okay. Brother, shall I proceed?
Yeah, I think you can give control for 2 minutes, and then we can. It's better two people can raise the hand actually. Then you can give the unmute. That will be more controlled.
Yeah, and those of you who are still not on video, like Sister Mukti, Sushmita, Vikas, Henali, Amit, Venkateshwara, is it okay for you all to come on the video? Are you ready for that? It will be great to see you all.
Yeah.
So now I see Brother Shankar. Would you like to talk about yourself? Where you've joined from?
Hi, sisters and brother. This is Shankar from Bangalore. I have not been part of the earlier session, but the previous I have been there for a few of the IT sessions, which is conducted by PCs. I've been actually going into the Bangalore Baswangudi. It's not fully, but on and off I will be listening to the Ambika Didi sisters videos, which has been conducted on Bangalore session. So IT session would be a little more meaningful. So I thought to be part of it.
Okay. All right. So is there anybody else who's ready?
And also I want to add something. I am a very, the year 1975 and 1999, I worked as a computer programmer. I want to mention about it, okay?
Amazing.
I am very old programmer.
You are one of the pioneer programmers.
Okay, thank you.
It's a privilege to have you with us in this IT wing program. Okay, so let us begin to co-create the session. I would like to do a quick recap of what we did in the last session. And are you able to see the screen? If anybody has any problems, let me know.
Yes, sister.
Is it full screen?
We can see.
Okay, thank you. So we'll do this video recap of coming in the self in a while. That was the thing that we experienced. So we did an overview of the 8 powers. So anybody here would like to share what are the names of these powers? From the pictures, you get some clues. Anybody, just speak up, unmute yourself and say any power name that comes to your mind. Let's say this power with the tortoise. What's the name? Anybody can go from the organizing committee also to help the interaction happen seamlessly in the group.
Yeah, we can.
Let's make it interactive. That we are all engaged and we are all thinking.
We would request everyone to participate. Whatever coming in mind, they can speak out and share with us.
Okay, so this is actually a picture about the 8 powers. We discussed in the last session that all of us are treasures of abundant powers and abundant values and virtues, which are like pre-installed programs by God, in our consciousness. And we explored the core universal 8 powers, which are available to everybody from birth, and how we use those powers in various aspects in life. Just that when it comes to managing our mind or empowering ourselves, then we sort of tend to look outside, whereas the solutions are inside. So we explored, we went inward, we looked at these powers one by one at a very high level. And then we explored a couple of powers at a deeper level. And the first power, we use certain meditation techniques to use that power. So today we are going to be more, towards the application side of the first two powers, and then the next two powers which emerge from the first two powers. So the very first power is, in self-empowerment through meditation, the very first power is the power to withdraw from what is happening outside, withdrawing from the sense organs and going within. And we use the metaphor of a tortoise, because tortoise has this ability very evidently. It can withdraw all its sense organ and go inside and be in its hard cover shell, which protects from the outside world. And we experienced that through some meditation techniques. We used some, mirror techniques, switch on the light. So we'll do that again in a while to experience that. And then we looked at this bigger picture of all these 8 powers, because mind remembers very well through pictures. So it's very important that, we associate the power name and the picture. Once that is immersed in our mind, first is, being aware of what it is. Then second is revising and keeping this immersed in our mind. So when we are having this as a natural memory, then it's very easy to use. For example, if I have, all the ingredients in my kitchen, but it is kept by somebody else and I'm not aware, then if I want to cook, say, for example, pasta for my dinner, and I'm not aware that I already have the pasta, I already have the vegetables, I already have the herbs that I need to put, I already have the cheese, I already have the milk, then what I would do, I would go searching for it. I'll, go to the grocer or do certain things, then I'll get something, then I may forget some things, and then, this is how it happens when I'm not aware. But when I'm aware, or some things I will put, and while putting the ingredients, I'll realize, oh, I wish I had this vegetable, oh, maybe I should have done it that way, this way, maybe then it would have been more tasty, if something is missing. But if I was aware that, oh, everything is here in the fridge, in this shelf, maybe somebody kept something which I could not see. And once I know that I have everything and it is, immersed in my memory, if I make it again and I know that, okay, this is the place for spices, this is the place for keeping pasta, and this is the place for keeping vegetables, naturally my hand goes, to pick the herbs from here, the pasta from here, the milk from there. And if I've done it repeatedly, what will happen? I'll excel at it. I'll do very quickly. I'll make it very tasty. And if I'm doing it in a better consciousness, even better than just being the task conscious. But if I'm doing it in a consciousness of mindfulness, if I'm cooking the pasta very, very mindfully with lot of love, with the energy of love, with the energy of calmness, with the energy of focus, that I do every task with love. There is one way of doing it, fish, fast, 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 just do this and just stir everything and chop, 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 and put it and finish. And there's another way of, probably it takes the same amount of time or even a minute or two more. But if I do it, subtly and with love, as Dadi Janki ji, the earlier chairperson of the entire Brahma Kumaris organization, the head of, the whole Brahma Kumaris, and she was declared as the world's most stable person, most stable mind in the world. It was tested through some electrodes put on her brain, and she was made to be irritated. She was asked, puzzle questions and so many things. She was asked to do tasks. But in every situation, her brain wave was just stable, just very stable, very silent, only one kind of a thought at a time, how we would get the brain waves in deep sleep. So what was her value? Her value was she would experiment with love. Whatever you do, you have to do it with love. She never liked, people doing things hurriedly or with tension or with, task consciousness. She always used to share that even if you're making a cup of tea or you're cooking a small meal, just do it with the energy of love. Let the energy of love flow into your task, into your relationships. And when there is love, there will be patience, there will be peace automatically. So these were three values which she used to, practice a lot. Dheeraj, Prem, Shanti, as we would say in Hindi, and she would say patience, peace, love. And the energy of love brings the other two with it. So coming back to the consciousness and the energy that flows into, our task and everything, and the awareness. So if I'm aware of, what is where and how I do it, then I can easily use it, right? Because it's emerged into my consciousness that what is kept where. And also I'm having a consciousness of love, doing it mindfully. I'm not thinking about my past, how my meeting went by, or my future of what work I have to do, or if something did not go according to my wish in that day. I'm not thinking about 100 other things, but I'm only focused on making that pasta with love. So what's the difference? The difference is that, it becomes very natural to me because I'm aware. Yeah, and then naturally I'm able to make it with ease. It's not like a rocket science for me anymore, or I'm not creating a big, task kind of a challenge kind of a thing for small, small things. So similarly, these 8 powers, they are all inside of us. Just that we need to bring it into our awareness. So we went deeply into orientation of what these powers are, what is the power outside, what is the power inside, what does self-empowerment mean, what is self, and what is meditation. Through meditation, how can we empower ourselves? So the first step is to knowing who we are. First step is to knowing, what are my powers. And then once I'm aware and always I have those emerged, then it becomes very natural for me to use the right power at the right place. Because if I'm making pasta, then I need to use the right kind of ingredient at the right kind of time with the right kind of quantity also. So similarly for these 8 powers, the power to withdraw, the power to pack up, power to tolerate, power to accommodate, power to discern, power to decide, power to face, power to cooperate. Yeah, so these are the main universal 8 powers. And they are all interconnected, as we saw in the last session. So if I have to face something, if I have to be courageous in certain situation, and if I'm using power to tolerate, then it would be wrong, right? Similarly, if I have to tolerate something and I'm actually trying to be defensive, I'm making an assertion over there, then again it would, the things, the task relation, everything can go wrong, what I want to see the results. So just being aware of the powers is not enough. Knowing which power to use when, that natural practice, and to what degree we need to use, that is also important, right? So if you put a lot of milk in the pasta, then it might just become, very liquidy kind of thing. If we don't put the right amount of chili flakes or the oregano or the herbs, then it might not taste good. Even if with the tiniest, salt is missing, even though the very small quantity, but still it would not be the perfect mixture. So that is why we want to go deeper into each of these powers to understand them, so that we can use them at the right place in the right degree. So that is the intention of this whole series of doing this self-empowerment through meditation sessions in 4 parts. So in the first part, we practiced the power to withdraw. We understood the 8 powers, we understood self, and we practiced the power to withdraw. How we can withdraw from situations, from sense organs, anytime. How we can just switch on the light and spark that light within. And just as it's very simple to just switch on and remove the complete darkness of a room, it is that simple. We all experience We all had a great time. And those of you who have joined today, I would be doing a recap of it. I hope you can get on board with us with this journey. And then we'll get into the usage part of the first two powers. All right, so ready with me? It will be great to have some imagery. Let me see if I have something. Okay, this is good enough. All right, so is it possible to have a background instrumental music?
Om Shanti phone to play a song silently.
Yeah, you can play what actually we played in the beginning, before the session started. But
Okay.
will that make my voice heard? Because
That this will be loud. It will be louder.
Okay, so then let it be. Let's just be with an imagery. I'll just share an image. Okay, so sit upright. Yeah, both legs in an open gesture. Your hands resting, palms resting, and an open gesture on your legs. And be very still. Sit, relax, yet upright, and with your head also straight, as if it is, connected in the space with a silver cord in a straight manner. And then, if it's too difficult for you to do an open-eyed meditation, feel free to close your eyes for now. Later, when it becomes natural, it will be easy because you want to do it every time. You want to live a life of power, right? You don't want to just experience power and then when you're in task, then we don't want to live a compartmentalized life. So that's why we insist on open-eyed meditation, but gradually. You can graduate to that level gradually. So be very still. Bring all your attention to your breath. Take a deep breath. Hold it. And release. Breathe in to the count of 6. Hold to the count of 8. And breathe out. When you breathe in, your stomach goes up. When you breathe out, your stomach goes in. Continue this rhythm of deep breaths. Feel your breath. See where you feel it the most. Is it near your stomach? Is it in your diaphragm? Is it in your lungs? Is it near your nostril? Wherever you can feel it the most. Now, feel your body weight onto the chair. And feel that you are sitting in front of a magical mirror where you can see your face very clearly. Look at your eyes, your cheeks, your ears, your hair. You can see your complete face very clearly. Bring a smile. and you're in your most relaxed state of mind. There is a switch beside the mirror. Just switch on the switch, and as soon as you switch it on, point of light sparks within your eyebrows, in the mirror, in your face, in the center of the forehead, between your eyebrows. Feel a very bright shining star. Just as you can clearly see the face, you can see the star. And now, there is a regulator like we have for the fan knob from 1 to 5. Right now you're at 1, and you can increase the intensity of this light to 2, more brighter, 3, the face is starting to fade away, 4, 5. Feel the light spreading everywhere. And now, 4, 3, you can see the face and the light both. Now with that intensity, feel that same light within your body, between your eyebrows, the brightly shining star, very still and silent. Just feel that stillness. Radiating the light of peace and purity inside your brain through the camera of your mind. Scan your whole body. And spread the light of peace and purity from inside, behind your eyeballs, into the eyes, through the eyes, in your cheeks, tongue, teeth, your entire face, ears, neck, throat, shoulders, your both the arms, upper back, middle back, lower back, into your diaphragm and lungs through the passage of throat. This divine light of peace and purity, the white light spreading in your entire body, heart, lungs, kidneys, livers, stomach, abdomen area, into your sitting region, both the upper legs, knees, calf, your ankles, feet, toes. Feel your whole body as a being of light, being of peace. Spread this light through your joints, knuckles. It's spilling out, overflowing. And feel an aura shape of your body in the light body, 6 inches away from you. Now it's growing bigger, bigger, bigger. And feel that you have become the radiator of light, of peace to the whole world. Sitting under the shower of supreme light right above your head. A very beautiful, powerful, pure divine light, source of light, 3 feet above your head, showering you, bathing you in the light of peace, purity, divinity. And you have become the medium of light as a light worker. To spread it to whole world. And now in this consciousness, become aware gradually of the session and be in the same consciousness that you're a being of light. Your hands are of light, your eyes are spreading light, your body is surrounded with light. Okay? And you, the being of light, you're here in the session of self-empowerment, and your journey to self-empowerment has already begun with the ability to withdraw, go within, come in your consciousness, and have this protection cover of light beside you. While you're interacting, also feel that you, the being of light, you're interacting. Let's make it natural. Okay? All right. So you don't need to have like a tight body language or very stressed organs. It's meant to relax you. So you have to feel double light. Light has 2 meanings, right? Who would like to share? You can chat, you can speak up.
Yeah, I would request to raise hand so that we'll unmute one by one.
Okay.
Brother Suresh Kumar, we'll unmute you. Do you want to share?
Okay. Yeah, Suresh Kumar has raised his hand. So we would like to share the 2 meanings of light. Word light.
Anyone else wanted to share?
Can you please unmute him?
Yeah.
You can text also if it's too difficult. I think people who have joined from phone, it's difficult for them to text.
Suresh brother is unmuted, so not sure, not able to hear him.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So what is the meaning of word light? 2 meanings. One word, 2 different meanings. We use it in 2 different ways.
Internal light.
Yeah.
Internal light.
And? Okay. What else? Usage. 2 different usage. One is, light. we see the light. Everywhere light. You switch on the light and you see the light.
Yeah.
And what is
Being
the meaning?
being heavy, because
Yes.
we have to quit all kinds of bandage attachments. This makes the heaviness in our mind. Other one is the light, being light around, being make the others see everything easily. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So how we use the word light? One is, light, that removes darkness, and other is the opposite of heavy, which is, something is very light. It's a lightweight, we say, So we have to be double light. We have to be light as well as light. Yeah. You don't have to be in a very stressed body language or, have the stress tension of attention. Okay. We just have a light attention that I'm a being of light and I'm here in this session. Okay. And whilst we interact, whilst we talk, whilst we do our things, day-to-day things. Okay. So anybody here who's ready to share the names of all the 8 powers? If I show the picture, will that be helpful? Okay, so we'll look at them one by one. We are all in a journey for learning and exploration. So we just experience the power to withdraw. We withdrew from our sense organs. We were seeing but not seeing. We were listening but not listening. We were focused on the breath, then on our inner consciousness, and we still are, right? I'll remind in between if we are still in that consciousness. Yeah. So what is the usage of this power? As I shared, we have these powers. We know the name of it. We use certain techniques to bring that power into experience. Now, what is the usage? Let's look at some usage. So should I do a full screen of this? How do I make sure that you're seeing a full screen? Is it good view or would you like me to?
Yes, sister, it's good view. You can see.
Hide the video panel. Let me do that. Hide the meeting control. Okay. All right. So the first usage is stabilize. In any adverse situation, whenever we are faced with an adverse situation, what happens is that, we have a fight or flight kind of response. Either we run away or we, fight with the situation, or third response is fright. We freeze, we are not able to understand what to do, we freeze out of fear. So how do we have a proper response, instead of coming into those kind of reactions, which are fight, flight, or fright? The fourth thing is, transform whatever is the negative or the adverse coming to me into something positive. So to be able to do that, I need to first stabilize in my mind. I need to choose that peace and the stability so I can thoughtfully respond what is appropriate in a situation. So it gives that kind of a stability. When things are according to me also, I'm stable. When things are not according to me also, then also I can be stable when I use this power. It helps me to detach from the negatives. Whatever is happening around me, for example, if we watch a movie or if we watch a cricket match, now T20 World Cup is happening in America. How many of you are watching it? How many love cricket? Most Indians are very, crazy about cricket. Okay. So when we watch the cricket or when we watch a movie, then if there are happy scenes or the match is going according to the whichever side I'm favoring, if it's going in the right way, if people are making 6 and 4 runs, then I feel very high. But if I'm not watching, we get so involved into the scene, into the movie, and there are happy scenes, we feel happy, we're so high. And when the things are not according to us, then if we are so engaged and involved into the movie, it impacts us, it impacts deeply. I have, some neighbors while watching the match, their blood pressure goes high. If the match is, if the Indians are losing wickets So it is that much of involvement and engagement that it impacts at the body level. So similarly, in the story of life, every day there are so many scenes. Some scenes are according to us, some scenes, are people are appreciating us, things are happening according to us. Everything is like how we would want it to be. Then we are on our highs. Okay, but suddenly if something is not according to us, or somebody is not listening to us, children are not behaving according to us, food is not according to taste, then if we have the habit of suddenly going very high, then we may also have the tendency of suddenly sulking in. If it's too hot, if the AC is not working, and I suddenly feel, oh my God, it's too hot. If I have a habit of complaining all the time, it's too hot, the temperature is going so high, the climate is like this, pollution is so much, so many, one after the other, if I keep getting this chain of negative thoughts, and if it's nice, if I have a habit of, oh, finally the AC came, my God, I feel so cool, I feel so nice, oh God. So then, this is like playing, getting entangled into the scenes of the day, into the stories, so much so that it impacts me deeply, mentally, emotionally, and physically. So, and whole day my energy is up, down, up, down, up, down. By doing this, I'm losing my stability, I'm losing my peace, and I'm depleting my energy by going high, down, so much of disruption. But if I want my energy to be always, in a very peaceful state, in a calm state, in a more empowered state, then this power to withdraw helps me to stabilize and helps me to be detached from the negatives and the impacts of the situation. It will help me to remain in a stable, in a more detached observer kind of a feel. If there are happy scenes happening in the movie or in the cricket match, then also I'm in a balanced state. And if things are not going according to me, that time also I'm in a very balanced state. I'm not sulking, or it's not impacting me so deeply. So that's the usage. It's usage as well as benefit, because this is where we use it, and this is what is the benefit also that we want as empowerment. Then the third is silencing the chaos within and around. So, we can easily withdraw ourselves from a very adverse situation and be within and feel that calmness and peace. Doesn't matter what's happening around, whether people are shouting, yelling, whatever they want to do. But if I choose to remain in my consciousness of that light, of that peace, then this power gives me that power to silencing that chaos within me also, and that same vibration spreads outside, and it just silences the chaos and whatever is the disorganization, conflict. They say in Hindi, swasthiti se paristhiti. With my own state of mind, I can control even the circumstances outside. So first, if I practice the silence inside, then the same vibrations spread outside. And the fourth usage of this power is in decision making. When I'm silent, when I'm stable, when I'm detached, I'm not biased, then I can make the accurate decisions in that silence mind. And the fifth usage is in introspection. We can see it very clearly. We discussed in the last session that if we are sitting beside a still water, then what happens? Have you ever sat beside a lake which is very silent, or a pond? Anybody? Has that experience? Okay. So if you look I'm sure sometime in life you would have gone. So try to bring that memory when you were sitting beside in a nature place, beside a lake or a pond. If you have not had the opportunity, I would invite you to go to Mount Abu. There is a beautiful lake besides the headquarter, Pandabhavan. It's called Nakki Lake. I go by the walks in the evenings and in the mornings also when I'm going and coming down the hills. I sit beside the lake. Sometimes we sit in the night, in the full moon night. I remember last time I was sitting, me and my family were sitting with brother Stephen, and the lake was so still and silent, and it was a starry night.
Yeah, Ashwin brother is saying like he went to Ooty, Kodaikanal Lake.
Okay, awesome, amazing. Yeah. So, what did you observe when you were looking within the lake? What was your feeling? What was your observation?
Madam, as you mentioned before, it was very still, madam. So it was free from tension. We were discussing about the power of detachment. So work tension, no, at that time, no work tension. So company has given leave. So no work tension. So it was just a holiday.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
there will be resort, madam, Sterling Resorts, the lake view in Kodaikanal will be very close to the lake.
Okay, so the outside stillness helped you to, bring in that stillness inside. That was one thing that you remember. Thank you. Yeah, the outside atmosphere also helps. That is why we go twice a year to Mount Abu to, charge ourselves in that environment, withdrawing from, taking a break from day-to-day routine, going there. But we can't be all the time there. We have to come back to the situations of day-to-day life.
Exactly.
Yeah, so experiencing that same stillness, that you experienced that you had when you were away from work and with the nature, bringing that inside. This is the usage of this power when we withdraw from outside world and we become very still, and and then it helps us in that lake. If we can see our reflection, our face very clearly. So in a silent mind, we can introspect very clearly. We can look ourselves, we can look at ourselves, we can look at situations in a very unbiased manner. So we'll practice this introspection very deeply. These are the things that we already discussed last time, just doing a recap. Now, let's look at some of the practices. So the practice that helps us to, bring this power, invoke this power, emerge this power, and use this power is the soul consciousness, which we just did. Switch on the light. It's as simple as you switch on the light and you come in that consciousness, spread the light within, spread the light outside. That is the first practice. Okay. Switch on the light within the center of the forehead, between the eyebrows. Be in that consciousness. Looking at others also in that consciousness. We always make eye contact, right? So let's make soul to soul contact. It's very simple. Just be the light and look at the light. We are interacting with lights. Then we already remove all the barriers and biases that come in the interaction of position, power, group dynamics, nationality, caste, creed, age, qualification. We have a respect. We discussed last time, right? We are all equal. We are not same, but we are equal. We are all equal. Yeah, we are all different. They are all supposed to be different. Even two twins are different because that is how is the beautiful eternal play. We all bring our uniqueness. I'm unique, but we are all equal. So this is the practice. I look at myself as a being of light and everybody else also a unique being of light. Spreading the light within. So to be able to use this power, this is the practice. Okay. Now let's go deeper on the application part. So can everybody see my screen? Reflection on my life story as an actor. We are all unique beings of light playing our roles. Okay. So let's reflect, where am I today? If you have a pen and paper, reflect. We'll play a silent music. Reflect, look at the questions, write down your answers. Okay. Ready? Everybody, you have a pen and paper with you? Okay, so I'm going to put the question. Can we put some background music, brother? Is it possible?
Yeah, already did.
Okay. So in the story of our life, there are certain stories, right? There are stories from childhood. We have stories. Look at everything as a story. Like when you started going to the school, then you graduated, then probably we do post graduation. So maybe your education story has already started, middle, and end. Most of you, I'm assuming, that are from that age where you're not yet studying. Okay, then you're in job life. So in job life, you start a new job, then you peak to your corporate ladder, or whatever you're doing, your own business. There is a cycle, right, within that also. But then there are some stories. Either you're starting a new business or you're promoted to a new job. So in your entire journey, in that story of your career path, where are you? Are you in the beginning? Are you in the middle? Are you in the end? Are you in the beginning of the end? Are you in the middle of the middle? Yeah, there is a beginning, middle, and end. And again, within that beginning, middle, and end phase, again, beginning, middle, and end, those three subcategories. So check what stories are there. Are you a parent? Are you a new parent? Are your children already married? Are you do you have grandchildren? So which stories in your life are you playing? Across those roles, where you're a family person, where you're in your career, and where you're a community person. So these are different roles. Like I'm a mother, I'm a professional facilitator, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter-in-law. So there's so many roles. I'm a neighbor. Yeah. So within my own life story also, there's so many stories, right? So I'm a actor, king of light. I'll be reflecting the questions from that perspective and request you to write down your answers. Can you see my screen? Look at your
Sister, once I share
life
the
as
music,
if you're watching your entire life.
we cannot see the
Oh,
screen because of playing the music.
acha, then stop the music. No worries.
Okay.
Just make sure that you're in a very silent space where you're not disturbed and you can reflect.
Yeah, please share your screen.
Okay. All right. So, as an actor, as a detached observer of my own movie of life from my childhood till now, what stories have emerged? What stories have closed? What new stories are starting? And the current stories that are running, where am I in those stories? Let's just look at those stories. If I'm starting my spiritual journey, then where am I in my spiritual journey? Where have I come? How do I, so that I can look ahead that how I want to close this story. I can create my own choice rather than, being driven through life. I create a life of choice. So for me, it's very important that I look at the stories. Where am I today? I've given some provoking questions and look at those questions and try to bring those answers. And once you have looked at where you are in the story, also draw it like through a line, that I'm in this story, I stand here, in this story, I stand here. And then try to see how you would like to close it gracefully. How would you like to see that story? If that story is going to run for another year, some story is going to run for another 5 years, some stories till the life, we don't know when, what is our lifespan. So how would you like that story to end? Create that choice for yourself. First, see what stories are there, where you are in those stories in the eternal play of life as an actor, as a detached observer with this power to withdraw. And then see how would you like to end that story. Okay, I give you 2 minutes for this. Now you can play the music. Actually, you can share the sound and screen both. Let me do it. Okay, I'll try it. I'll share the music from my.
Okay.
Okay, don't worry. Just. Is the sound audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I hope you got some chance to reflect in the stillness of mind. As a detached observer, you use the power to withdraw and you looked at your own roles as an actor and the stories of your life, where you stand in those stories, in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end, in the end of the middle or middle of the end. and then how you would like to close, what choices you have, looking forward with positivity. So, is there anyone who would like to share one of such things? Was this practice, was this introspection exercise useful? Any experience? We would hear in 1 minute from someone. Some
Yeah.
aha moment. Yeah.
Please raise your hand. Your virtual hand. You would like to please raise.
Yeah, it will be great to see you all on a video because we
Yeah.
have to feel that, we are all sitting in a room in a workshop. I'm a workshop facilitator. A monologue is, very boring for me. I want to see what is landing on the participants and how they are processing it and, how we are progressing because it's a work. Workshop means work.
Yeah, true. We have requested. I hope so. They will coordinate.
Okay, so if you feel like sharing on the chat, also feel free to go ahead. If someone like to unmute, should I call out name? Okay. Mr. Rao, are you open to share? Just randomly, I looked at your name. Are you all with me or gone to some other state? Okay, so Pita Basha, would you like to share? Would like to hear what aha moments came to you in this reflection?
Yeah, so I think in the middle of careers, it was very hectic. So working say 10 to 12 hours per day, I think that is getting withdrawn now towards the end actually. So that gives it some kind of definitely relax.
Okay, that feels relaxed. So, what new story is taking birth now? With this story closing, certainly new stories also emerge, no? Or some existing stories take priority.
Yeah, so basically the new story should be getting into the spend more time in that spiritual discussions or the spiritual sessions, spending more time there.
Okay, so on your spiritual journey, you want to bring more focus in that story. So,
Right.
where do you stand in your spiritual? We all have certain goals in every story. We want to accomplish we have certain goals, right? So, I'm sure in your spiritual development also you have certain goals, and you want to accomplish certain level. So, where do you think you stand as of today in that story? Are you in the beginning? Are you in the middle? Or are you in the beginning of the ending? Or where are you?
No, I think I would say it will be middle of something, middle of the journey.
Middle of the middle or beginning of the middle
Middle
or
of
end
the
of the
middle,
middle?
middle
Huh?
of the middle, middle of the middle.
Middle of the middle. So how would you like to close that story? What looking forward now that you have given priority to this story, how do you see that this story will close? What will it look like when this story closes of
Yeah,
your
giving
spiritual development?
primarily giving more attention and then stay focused, and then obviously you need to give quality time. Quality time is most important.
Yeah, but this is all very subjective. In a very still, in a stillness of mind, we are able to see very clearly. So if we want to see that, suppose that you have arrived in your story of spiritual development, spiritual, evolving spiritually. So how do you see yourself when you have completely evolved? What do you see in that story? What scenes are like, how you are like, how your day is like?
So the one of the situation would be in case anybody is scolding or trying to irritate you, trying to talk bad about you, still that you are undisturbed means that definitely that will give an indication that yes, I am on the right path or I have definitely improved my spiritual journey.
Okay, so in 365 days, when you see that not even a single day you are disturbed irrespective of what was happening, then you feel that that is how you would like to close that story.
Right.
Okay, so you have that clarity of that is how you want to close your story. So what steps are you taking to measure, because what gets measured is what gets done. So what steps are you taking to make that happen, and what steps and how will you measure that what you want? Because in overnight it will not happen that today you are like this and from tomorrow for 1 year you're not going to be disturbed. So how will you measure in what, from 365 days to what? I'm an organization development expert, so I talk about measurement, I talk about charts, I talk about checking, I talk about planning.
So basically, measurement is
So,
the
and
everyday
let's bring
checking.
that to reality.
So basically, everyday checking, and then say on a weekly basis to check how far for this week, where am I? So I'm 30%, 40%, 60%. That checking has to happen, which I'm yet to do that, but on a daily basis being kind of checked.
Okay, so what is the top 2 parameters, top 3 or top 1 parameter that you're going to check every day?
The top, yeah, basically, am I disturbed first? Anybody is talking bad thing?
No, you are helping us. You are helping all of us to look at our own stories, to look at very clearly how we will close, whatever are those stories, and how will we measure. You're helping actually. So please, yeah, so it's very clear that you don't want to see yourself disturbed. You want to see yourself completely stable in every situation.
So,
and when you have done that continuously for 365 days, you will know that you have arrived. Now, to make that happen, you want to check that you shared that you will check every day. So what will you check? Can we be more clear on that?
so what do I check means every day means it's a lot of events are passing actually. It's a lot of things are happening on your life or in your life journey. So the check how many times you are disturbed. So how many times you are kind of instead of being cool, you have agitated or some kind of some disturbance in your mind.
So you will check every day. You will maintain some register, some journal where you will check how many times was I disturbed today in last 24 hours. When is it that I lost it? When I lost my control, and what you could have done differently, and all those things. That is how you work, right? That is
Right.
what is about. So you're going to check on this one parameter on when you lost your stability or your peace. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And what steps will you take to increase this stability every day? What will you do differently now that you have brought focus?
Basically that the increased steps will be the meditations and then the practicing that what we learn through Murali.
Okay, so in meditation, when will you practice and what will you practice? With what focus? How much? What? That is one practice. But can you be more precise and more clear to achieve this goal of not being disturbed and reducing this frequency of not being disturbed through the day? How would your day look like? What would you do differently? Or what you always wished for, but that is again another level. That is your action. And then for your actions also, you're checking whether you are meeting those actions or not. You got the result. Result you'll anyway check. If it's like a business, every day we check what's the balance sheet, where the revenue is, etc., etc. But you can't just keep checking revenue. You have to take actions in every department.
Right.
Like that, and for those actions also we check.
Suppose
So like that in your life story, you want to do a spiritual development, you have a clear goal. Yeah, you have a clear goal. You know when you will arrive at that goal. You want to check that goal, how much you have reached in that goal. But what action are you taking? Action is meditation. So in meditation, what focus? How much will you meditate? What your day will look like from morning till night? So if you share that, that will be really helpful to all of us here.
let me tell you that basically during the Amrit Kala time, so we need to check the out of the 1 hour or whatever the 1.5 hours time that you are sparing. So am I basically the absolutely no negative thoughts during that time? There is one thing to be checked. Number one. Then whatever your thought. How strong is that thought actually? Is that there, whatever you are thinking, I'm a powerful soul? How strong is your power? So that also need to be checked over time. Number one, if any disturbance during that 1 hour or whatever the time talking about. Second part will be the your strength of the thoughts that you have creating in the during the time. It should not be just a kind of one thought came and then change the thought to something else and something else. No, one thought determined and it should be strong. So this meditation practice has to be checked for a given day, the morning and in the evening. At least these 2 times can be kind of checked actually. And then the next part would be whatever we do have traffic control. During the traffic control, am I able to give time, or it is just for the namesake? So during my state of mind is really there 1 minute or the 3 minutes, whatever the traffic control you are following. So am I able to be in the state of silence, be in the state of what is expected? Or we are hearing that's the music, meditation music, and then on the job, listening to the job activities and all stuff. So that is all second items to be checked actually. So these 2 things, it will be kind of definitely improve my
Okay, awesome. So great sharing. So you shared your story of your life. Then thank you for that. You shared your goal, you shared your result, you shared your action steps, you shared your process, that you established a particular system, you established a process in your spiritual development where you start with the Brahma Muhurta Amrit Vela meditation, and then through the day you want to check through a process called traffic control, where you control the traffic of your mind. Every hour you have some music that plays for a minute or so, and in that music you don't want to just think like a process that the music came, played, you stop, but nothing happened. You want to check how was the state of your mind for that past 1 hour, and if there was some turmoil or something going on, you want to quiet, you want to address that, you want to replace with a positive reinforcement of a strong powerful thought, the affirmation that you practice. And then in the evening again you want to check and you want to regenerate through meditation. And that is how this process, this system, this focus of planning, doing, checking, and changing will gradually take you to your goal. So thank you so much, brother. I hope your answers have helped, many of us on this journey of self-empowerment through meditation. So now we looked at the power to withdraw, we looked at its usage and benefit, we looked at how to, and we also did an introspection of our own life story in this eternal world drama where we are all actors as beings of light and playing our roles, different roles. We looked at as a detached observer. We looked at our stories, where we stand in those stories. And we also looked at how we are creating a story of our life, of our choice, or we create that choice for the destiny that we want to have, rather than having a flight fright or flight or fight or fright kind of responses. How we respond with our own choices and we create a life that we desire. So very powerful. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next power, or to the next deeper introspection. So connection with my purpose. Now there are other 3 questions, and this is just for you to reflect so that you're connected to your life purpose. What is my hope for myself? What is God's hope for me? We are all beings of light with our own uniqueness. We are all divine. We are all capable. We are all valuable. We are all unique, and we are all gifted with many talents and strengths and powers and uniqueness. So what is my hope for myself, and what is God's hope for me? Because God looks at it in a very high level. He had installed very great programs of powers and virtues and values, and he looks at us all in a very high potential way. So God's hope will always be, he's our parent. God, as a being of light, is our parent We say na Twamev Mata, Pita, Bandhu, Sakha, are everything. You name it, and there is nothing beyond his power. He is the highest hope. Yeah. So when we've lost hope from everywhere, we all go to the God, and we know that faith that God will help me, right? So beyond God, there is nothing, no power. So what kind of hopes He will have in me? Yeah, because if we are parent, we always have the best hopes and wishes for our children. So if God is also, like a parent to us, that supreme power gives an unconditional love and support anytime. So what hope will God have for me? Look, think of it from that perspective. And what is life calling me to do? Answer to these three questions in a silent introspection will help you to connect to your purpose as an actor in the life story, in the eternal play. So I give you 1 minute to reflect and write down. Okay, all right. So I hope all of you had a chance to have that introspection within, using the power to withdraw very deeply. So first step, you need to come into soul consciousness as being of light, spreading that light within, spreading the light outside, bathing in the shower of divine light. Then in that silent mind, when you have a question, you can reflect on that. And if you don't know the answer, you can even ask the divine, and the answer will pop into you. Even if at that not in that point of time, you can just say, "Oh God, show me the signs, give me the answer, tell me which way should I go, tell me what is right for me," or whatever question or any problem, anything you have. If you just write it down also, then be ready. Just be the listening mindset. Just listen to God in meditation. Don't have any chatter. Be very still. Just bathe in that divine light. and your own mind will give you the answers, and that will be the most accurate answer. Or it will come to you in a day or two, in a week's time maximum. But experiment with this power. Yeah. So now, thank you so much for being with us through this journey where we are going deeply into the powers, being aware of a power name, its usage, and keeping it emerge in the consciousness. Using that power makes it even more stronger. When we use a particular muscle, it becomes stronger. So like that, it is with spiritual energies. The more we use them, the more they become more powerful. Okay, now coming to the power of pack up. So we had looked at this power also, right? That when we go on a vacation, we take things that are necessary, that are nice. So we have this power in the external world. So similarly, in our mind also, we can organize our thoughts. Now let's look at the usage. We had discussed this power in detail last time. Now and we had also experienced it. So now let's look at the usage and benefits. Traveling light in the journey of life, right? We saw the two meanings of the word light, being very light and the being of light. You know, the light that removes darkness and something that's not too heavy. So in the journey of life also, we want to carry only what is necessary, what is positive, what is helpful. We experienced last time that if we hold something for too long, even a glass of water for the entire day, how it can pain the hand and how it can freeze the hand if we, hold it in one hand for one entire month. So if something we are carrying in our mind, the baggage, emotional baggage, if somebody said something, if we were hurt, if things were not according to us, if there were certain failures, God knows what all are we carrying inside. So how with that thing we can, travel light. Yeah. So this power helps us to let go of all the emotional baggage. It's the power to pack up. It helps us to declutter and have only what is necessary and useful. Decluttering the mind and organizing the life. That's the power of pack up. We all have this power within us, and it helps us to focus in the present and enjoy its gifts. When we are too much engrossed into the past or too much engrossed into the worries or tensions of the future, then how we can enjoy the present, which is a gift. Present means gift. Yeah, so to be able to be mindful, like even if I make a cup of tea, or if I'm cooking something, or if I'm pressing my dress, if I'm very mindful in that moment, in that task, not thinking about past or future, if I'm just present with my energy of love, then those vibrations spread into that cloth that I'm pressing or into the food that I'm eating. And that's the secret, when you wear that shirt or when you wear that dress, when you're most overwhelmed, if you're getting late for somewhere or something, but you had pressed that dress with so much love and peace, as soon as you wear, that energy, that vibration is stored into it and it will come to you. If you've cooked a meal in a very nice energy, with energy of love, energy of peace, energy of joy, in the remembrance of God, if your family members, they come too tired from work, or they're anxious about something, or children are worrying about the exam, and they eat that meal, they drink that water, they get those vibrations, and suddenly after eating that food or drinking that water, their mood changes. So that is the power of this power to pack up. It helps us to focus, be in the present, enjoy the gifts of the present, and changes the vibration. Boss, if you come home, your father, mother, if you're working through that energy of that boss thing, then it's not going to work at home, right? So that power to pack up helps us to pack up the work pressures, work tensions at workplace. Leave it there, let go of that, and open your, in this role, in this costume, suddenly come into open these files at home that you need for interaction with family, for your, being in that chirpy mood even after a day long work at home, being able to spend that quality time at home. So this is that power to pack up. This is the usage and this is the benefit. Once I'm aware of this power, then I can use this power. And to use this power, again, I first need to withdraw throughout the day, have that practice, come into my stability. Doesn't matter what's happening around. And to practice, there is a different meditation technique called the double light traveler or the light worker. So if you're ready, then we can do this meditation practice. Let me know if you're ready. Otherwise, we'll not do it today. Are you all with me? Because I saw that there were about 26 people and now we're 20 people.
Sister, I think we are close to 5:30, so you take all.
Okay. All right. So we'll do it in the next session. Maybe today I'll just do a 2-minute light traveler and then we bring it a wrap. Okay. So be very still. Switch on the light, being of light. And now, this time, feel that there is a magical carpet in front of you. The Aladdin's carpet. It's a 2x4 size small carpet. Step on it as a being of light with your light body. Your light body, from this body you have departed, and the body of light, as a body of light you have stepped with the star in the body of light in the center onto that carpet, on the flying carpet. And now guess what? The carpet is in your patio or balcony or somewhere, and from that you're just flying, feeling that freedom. You're flying above, you can see the clouds. There's so much peace up here. You can see all the cars and the buildings and the people moving around. And now guess what? You're flying to the Himalayas. You're going up north amidst the Kanchenjunga range. Himalayan range, the tall white capped snow-capped mountains, and see how it feels. You're just stepping down from the carpet for a while, surrounded with snow. Feel it. So you just notice that somewhere nearby there's a beautiful waterfall. And you again stepped on the carpet and went there. And now you're just bathing in this fresh waterfall, this pristine, clear water, fresh water that you can drink also. It's falling on your face. You're playing and so happy. You again get onto the carpet. And now you're going to the Amazon jungle. The big, wide, green jungle. And now you're coming down on the carpet. You're amidst the trees. And you're finding the trails and you can see the rays of the sun coming filtered from amidst the trees in the dark jungle. Fresh oxygen everywhere. We are going around in the jungle, listening to the sounds around. And now again, you come up and you come to the desert safari. During the Egypt's sand dunes, tall, big, large sand dunes everywhere. Desert. Feel the warmth of the sun. And as a being of light, the light traveler of light, the light traveler also, you come to awareness in the body. And with this practice, we experienced how light and fresh you can be in the story of your life by being more aware, more mindful, and feeling your surroundings, people around you, their expressions, their body language, to empathize more with their life stories, and being fully present to give your energy. Thank you.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sister Archana, for a wonderful session with reflection exercise, and also we understood the usage benefits of power to withdraw, power to pick up. I hope all the participants are benefited from this session. Thank you so much, Sister. I would request all the participants, those who are yet to take 7-day basic course, please visit your nearby Brahma Kumaris Meditation Center and learn the Raj Yoga meditation course, which is free of cost all over the India and across the globe. Now I would request Brother Pitabas to give the vote of thanks.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sister Swapna. First of all, I thank Supreme Father Shiv Baba for giving us this opportunity. And I will also thank our IT leadership, the chairperson of the IT wing, Brahma Kumari Rajyogini, Brahma Kumari Asha Didi, the national coordinator Madhu Didi, and headquarter coordinator Yaswan Bhaiji, and our local regional leaders, Lina Didiji from Bhubaneswar Subzone, and then our Patia Center in charge, Kola Didiji. I thank all of them for giving us this opportunity. And the most importantly, the speakers, Archana, she has been conducting the sessions last time also and this time also, and then she would be, and she'll also continue this session till end, covering all the 8 hours, and it will be really good getting into deeper of these powers, and we'll understand and we'll make it more practical usage in our life. Thank you, sister, very much. And the deep dive of power to withdraw, I think
Thank you.
more clarity, and then how to use it in life. That really helpful for us actually.
Yeah.
Thank
For
you.
everybody's help, I will share a couple of apps I've put in the slides today. So you can see how these apps can help the kind of traffic control that you had mentioned. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just got them in the end.
Right. I thank all the participants for joining from their precious time, and thanks all the organizing teams who have been helping us to make this event happen.
Yeah. So this is a website. Yeah. Just -a-minute.org. So take a picture of this slide, and you can go to this website. There are very small videos on the power to let go, on silence, relaxation. So you can download some, you can experience this, do these practices through the day. And then there is another beautiful mobile app called Bzone, BEEZONE, one single word. And you can
Sister, I
download
tried
it
this.
from
Somehow
Play
I
Store, and
couldn't.
there are so many
I tried this one. Somehow I couldn't install that. Some problem could be there. I need to check out.
Okay, I am using it for past many years very easily. There is
Okay.
another app, Meditation Launch also. So these are helpful apps. It has many ways to use to change your mood. According to your mood also, there are small commentaries for 3 to 5 minutes, mind gym, breathing exercises, mind spa, and also traffic control you can set in this. Thank you.
Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister.
Yeah,
These are the
sister, we
contacts.
can share over mail to all the participants. So that will be great help for
Yeah,
them.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sent the slide deck to Pita Basabhai. So if
Yeah.
you can send the
We'll share the links over email. And gentle reminder to all the participants, like after 15 days, we are going to conduct the third session for this self-empowerment through meditation. Third session will be there after 15 days, and meeting invite will be shared over email and WhatsApp. So thank you so much, Pita Basbhai, and all the participants. We'll wrap up.
Thank you, sister. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
शक्तियों से है सुशोभित सर्वशक्ति